Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of My Car Shop. So I'm standing here with the 26 Oakland project that I'm working on. Don't know how much history I've given you on this, but my great-grandfather purchased this car brand new in 1926, so this is a family project that I'm working on. We've got the engine torn down, as you've seen in the first 3 episodes, and the cam was really rusty on some lobes, and I wasn't comfortable reusing that cam. I think it was beyond polishing, so we got a new cam from Wayne Koffel out in Pennsylvania, who's an Oakland specialist. And the cam got a little bit of damage in shipping. I'll show you that in a minute. So we've got to do a little bit of thread chasing on it. But this project is pretty much on hold right now until we get through this quarantine situation. So I've been gathering a few parts here and there, got what I need, but I need to get the cam into a machine shop, the new cam, to get it polished. It's like brand new, but it really would be better to have that polished. And then also got a brand new set of exhaust valves here. Really nice valves, so I'm really happy with that. So we'll show you that. I'll show you the damage on the cam. So that's kind of where we're at. Also, the generator, which I had mistakenly called the starter generator. I'm not sure where my head was on that, but it is just a generator. There's a great big starter underneath the car. Thanks, Chris, for pointing that out to me when I asked, showing me where that is. I just didn't see it because I wasn't paying attention. Always learning something, of course. I've not worked on Oaklands before. I've worked on a lot of other cars in this vintage 20s and 30s. But every time you work on something new, there's always something to learn, so that's good. So yeah, we're just kind of got everything looped up and on hold right now with the engine to keep things from rusting while we're waiting. Once the quarantine is lifted, I'll get my dad back out here and we will get back after this. So let's do a little walk around on a few of the parts that are here and show you what we've got and just give you a little update so you get a little feed on things are happening, but there's just nothing really that's happening here on this project to give you a lot of video on. So yeah, I think what happened was in the tube that it came in, it must have gotten dropped or something. And there's just a little bit of mushrooming on the thread right here. It's not going to be a big deal. We'll just get a thread file, touch it up, and then run a die over it. And that'll fix that up, no problem. If I thought there was any issue with it at all, we wouldn't use it. But the cam is beautiful. If you look at it here, you can see there's hardly any wear on these cam lobes at all. A little bit of rust from sitting here. I need to make sure that I lube that down. But compared to the other cam, it's just in such better shape. There's on this other cam here, on the old one, there's some real deep pitting on that cam, and I just am not comfortable using that, and I don't think that can be polished out of there easily. So I'm really happy with the new cam we got. Like I said, it's gorgeous. The cam profile is much better. Yeah, this other cam that was in there, the lobes were very peaky and it was obviously very worn. This one is beautiful. Came out of a very low mileage engine. So the next thing we have here is the generator. And being, as I mentioned in the other videos, this runs on the timing chain. I want to take this into an electrical shop and get it reconditioned so that we don't have to take it back out again. That part will be done. So that's obviously something that's very important to do. The other thing we've got here is a bag of brand new valves. Let's get one of these out of here so you can see it. Hold on a minute. Okay, so we've got a bag of brand new valves here. These things are gorgeous. Look at the nice margin on that valve. Compared to the valves that I have that were in this engine, these are much nicer. So I'm really happy with that. These are going to seat really nice. I haven't stuck them in the guides yet to see how they're going to fit exactly, but I'm sure they're going to be fine. So we'll lap these in and that'll be good. The other thing this gives me the opportunity, Wayne informed me that the intake and the exhaust valves are the same. So I can pick and choose the best valves out of all of these valves. So like this one here, you can see has some margin on it. That's good. This one doesn't. That one's got some decent margin. So I can pick the best valves out of here and use those and really have a good set of valves all through this engine. Obviously not reusing the two that are bad, of course, but that's kind of an obvious statement. Sorry for that. But I'll pick the best ones and use those as the intake valves, and we should be good to go there. So I'm really happy about that as well. So for those of you that have been following all the projects I'm doing, I've obviously got a lot going. There's 3 cars in the shop right now. Been focusing on the 47 Ford mostly. This is on hold for those reasons that you know. The Challenger over there, I'm still pondering how I want to handle that, what parts I want to buy, and so forth. But I've got a good handle on that project if you've watched those episodes. I've got a couple other cars here. The 73 Swinger's got a torque converter problem. I've got to pull the transmission out of that. So that'll be a project we'll be doing here. I still got the 88 truck out back that's got a lot of new body panels on. I need to get the box on. We got the 74 Swinger out there that needs to get the quarter panels hung and get that car painted. None of this stuff is stuff that takes terribly long. I just need to get after it. But I've been making a lot of progress on this 47 Ford and just really glad that I've got all the parts gathered. So now that I've reorganized the shop and got things kind of put where they belong, project piles kind of gathered together, and I've got almost all the parts now. For the Oakland in one place, for the 47 in one place, for the Challenger in one place, for the Dart in one place. Be a lot more efficient to work. So that's where we're at in the shop right now. Doing some other projects here this morning, but thanks for watching. Just giving you a brief update on the 26 Oakland. And another interesting side note, Great Grandpa parked this car in 1946. That was the last year it was plated. Basically didn't move at all out of the garage until my aunt tore the garage down and moved it into her new garage. But the car hasn't really been out or on the road since 46. Probably not been started since then either, because we found all kinds of engine problems, as you know. So just very, very happy to have it here, to have it working on it. We figure probably in another year or so we'll have this car back on the road. But the first thing is to get that engine fired up, see how it runs. I may be pulling the engine because the clutch may be stuck. I'm not sure yet. I'm still pondering that, whether I'm going to get it running first and then just check that clutch, or pull the motor now and be done with it. So still some decisions to make, but I've got lots of time on that because we're going to be a few weeks yet before we can get these parts into machine shops. And then I'm sure they're all going to be behind and going to take them a while to get things caught up. So probably a month or so we should have this engine going back together at the most. Thanks for watching My Car Shop, the episode 4 on the 26 Oakland project.